impact as we look ahead to the Final Four. Should be a good one. Well, we know that Gonzaga is the number 1 seed in the West region. They're going to take on the 7th seed, South Carolina. They come out of the East region. And here's how their pathways to the Final Four, as you see there. So, Dylan, when you look at the opening line from this matchup, the Zags are favored by 6 and a hook. The over-under set at 138. Anything gauge your interest when you hear those numbers?
I'm done taking the Gamecocks lightly. I'd take them in this game with the points.
Wow.
It scares me a little because I think Gonzaga's got a really great team. I mean, I know I've been at the top of the list of their critics saying, yeah, who do they play? Who do they play?
Right.
Let me see who they play and see how that bodes for them when they go run up against a bunch of tested, battled, seasoned ACC teams. Look where that got me. A dumb, stupid, crumpled up bracket in the corner and a lot of tweets, people telling me I'm stupid, which is true. But
some people would say, well, you beat West Virginia. That might have been the toughest game that you had in your path to get there, right? And then
they beat an 11 to get to the Final Four in Xavier.
Right? So maybe the bracket kind of opened up besides West Virginia for the Zags. Right. South Carolina, I don't think anybody, if you had them in your bracket, kudos to you, and we need to talk to you because how'd you see that happening? But I don't think anybody had South Carolina coming out of there. Most people had either Duke or Villanova. Yeah. 6 and a hook. I look at the over-under and I think, how is South Carolina going to score? Because, Sindarius Thornwell has been fantastic. He was the SEC Player of the Year. We know that.
26 again tonight.
Right? So if he doesn't get them, how do you get them? And I have to assume Mark Few and everybody else is going to try to game plan to stop Sindarius.
Gonzaga has the number 1 defense, ranked defense, as far as defensive efficiency in the country. And that's a stat that's gotten thrown around a lot. I've heard it all year. And again, I kind of chalked that up to, who you playing? Sure, it's easy to get stops when it's Portland. And, sure. You've got guys that are going to go to the league, and you're playing Portland. You should have a great defensive team. But that's played out. We've seen that play out, whether it's the first half against Northwestern, not so much the second half, but all game against Xavier. Look at how South Carolina won this game today, too, with what they were able to clamp down defensively in the second half. Florida 0 for 12 from 3. The Gamecocks were running the Gators off of the 3-point line. Their field goal percentage, their 3-point percentage, everything just nose dove?
Yeah, dived. Yeah.
I don't know.
Dove.
I never did
it
a
went
nose
down.
dive in Penn.
It certainly went down.
It was a spiral downward, but I don't normally I love overs, and I never tell anyone to take an under, but I don't know if we're going to get to 138 in this game. I think it might be a little bit of a drag through the muck a little bit.
That's the way I kind of see it, too. A lower scoring game, maybe in the 50s and 60s, if South Carolina can keep the pace down a little bit. And Gonzaga, they're fine playing open court, half court. How do you want to play? We'll play that way.
What's your thoughts on the line? Who would you take? Like, I know you'd probably avoid the game, but if you had to, gun to your head, what are you doing? You taking the points or are you giving them?
I'm going to give the points. I'm going to take the better team. Yeah. I just think they're clearly the better team in this tournament. At least now, UNC might have something to say about that. But right now, on this side of the bracket, they're the best team there. I got to take it and say they're going to beat South Carolina, and somehow foul shots down the stretch, they'll cover the 6 and a hook.